Imagine this, your daughter is 14 years old and a boy at school tells her, if you really loved me, you would do this for me. She pauses, not because she doesn't know the answer, but because no one has ever taught her what healthy love looks like. Or imagine your son. He starts dating and he genuinely believes that being jealous is a sign that someone cares about somebody else. Why? Because that's what he has seen online or from television, from friends, from social media. Now, here is the hard truth. Whether we like it or not, our children are learning about relationships every single day. They're learning from TikTok, YouTube, movies, music, from their classmates, from older cousins, neighbors, or even influencers that they've never seen before. The question here isn't whether your child is learning about love. No. The question is, who is doing the teaching? Because if we don't become our children's first teacher about relationships, someone else will gladly do that job. And that someone doesn't necessarily have your family's values or your child's best interest at heart. Here's what I think. I think most parents don't avoid these conversations because they don't care. They avoid these conversations because they're scared. What if I talk too much? What if they are too young? What if I put ideas into their head? What if they ask me a question I cannot answer? Now, if you've ever thought any of this, you are not alone. Most parents delay conversations about relationship because they feel either unprepared, uncomfortable, or they don't know where to start. But here's something I have learned as both a parent and someone who studies child development. Silence doesn't protect children. Silence simply means someone else gets the microphone. And today, there are more voices competing for your child's attention than any other time in history. Years ago, children learned mostly from their family, from school, from their immediate community. But today, the algorithm can shape the way they think in minutes. Here's what worries me. Children are not just learning about dating. They are learning much deeper lessons. They're learning what love should feel like. They're learning whether disrespect is normal, whether apologizing matters, whether controlling is romantic, and whether saying no is okay. Whether they should ignore red flags, whether their worth depends on someone liking them. Those beliefs does not suddenly appear when they are adults. They start forming earlier. Think about this. When a little girl constantly watches stories where a princess changes herself just to be loved, she's learning. When a little boy watches men solving every disagreement with anger, he's learning. When children hear songs that glorify unhealthy relationships, they're learning. Every story, every video, every relationship they observe is teaching them something. The only question is whether the lesson is true. One mistake most parents make is that they say, we'll have that conversation when they become adults or when they start dating. But by then, you're often trying to correct ideas they have quietly formed over the years. The conversation doesn't begin with dating. It begins with teaching them respect, consent, empathy, boundaries, with teaching a child that they never have to earn love by abandoning who they are. These conversations can happen naturally at home while they're eating, watching a movie, driving home from school, seeing something happen in the playground. So stop waiting for that big moment where you have that talk. Children don't need one awkward talk. They need hundreds of small conversations spread across the years. That's how trust is built. That's how values are formed. And that's how your voice stays louder than any other voice in the world. Your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They don't need someone who has all the answers. They need a parent who is willing to have these conversations with them. Someone they can come to without fear. Someone who listens before correcting. Someone who makes the home the safest place to ask difficult questions. Because when a child knows they won't be judged, they keep coming back. And that relationship is far more valuable than having the perfect words. One day, your child will build a relationship of their own. They will choose friends. They'll maybe choose a husband or a wife for themselves someday. They will decide what behavior they will accept, what boundaries they will set, what kind of love they believe they deserve. Those decisions won't begin the day they meet someone they fall in love with. They are being shaped right now, little by little, conversation by conversation. That is why I believe parents cannot afford to wait. Because if we don't intentionally teach our children about healthy relationships, the world will do it for us. And now, that is a risk I am not willing to take. And if today's video made you realize that these conversations are too important to leave to chance, I created The Talk to help parents have age-appropriate conversations about relationships, boundaries, respect, identity, and healthy love from early childhood. So you don't have to wonder what to say and when to say it. I have figured that out for you. And so if you'd like to learn more, the link will be in the description below. And if this video encouraged you, please consider subscribing, like, share this video, because every week we're raising children who are confident, responsible, and grounded in truth, not by accident, but on purpose. Because we are not just raising children, we are raising the adults they will become. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.